We are here drawing a still life, and these students have added some beautiful values in here. Really got some great light logic, and here is what they are drawing right here. I'm gonna come over to this students too. Thanks, Brandon. I know I didn't warn you. Okay, there we go. And we're gonna talk about this spot right now, which is adding in some value to the background. Because even when we are drawing something with light logic to make it emerge, the highlights have some background value to them. So we're just gonna take a look at this one. Go ahead and hold that right here. So you're gonna hold it right where my hand is. So I'm looking here and I'm just taking and I'm adding in some hatching here with my lightest pencil. And I like to think of this as something that you feather out, kind of like clouds. These are the things that are gonna push your value drawing to the next level. And when I'm looking at the still life in front of me, I see that actually there's a whole highlight all the way down the edge of this hand and at the top of the little stand that it's on. And just it's not a hard line coming down this side. It's more like these little background clouds, and you can actually kind of squint sometimes a little bit and see the background there, okay? So I'm adding in some of this value background. I'm gonna kind of work the whole thing, or I should say she's gonna work the whole thing. And then what I can do is I can take my pencil and I'm just gonna pick up some of the pencil lines right there. And already I've got this, if you can zoom in right there, already I've got this edge jumping out a little bit like that, okay? And I can actually, I'm just looking again at what I'm drawing, and then I'm seeing that I can probably pull that out a little bit too, right here in the edge of the hand. And I'm kind of, again, just trying to stop and look up at what I'm drawing. And then I've erased it, so I've erased part of my background too, but it's so easy for me to come back in here, and that line is already there, and I'm just gonna kind of carve it out. So now I have this beautiful, beautiful light logic. Just gonna lighten up the edge a little bit. Rarely do I tell a student that they have gone too dark. So I love that you are working your darks, which is awesome. Just feather that back in a bit. Okay, and now if we come in real close here, we've got this beautiful, beautiful highlight that's just being carved out of the background, and that background value now that we see on this side. So we can continue to work the whole rest of the piece, like areas like here, right? And over here. And then can you grab me a 6B, my dear? And the other step that we have now is that the step that we have now is if we come and see this line right here, this whole line's it's actually kind of fuzzy, right? So it's not that we ever want to outline, because we never want to outline, but it's got this fuzzy quality to it. So now is the time to use your eraser, not at the beginning, right? At the end. And now we want to come in and we want to just give this line a nice clean quality. And even right here, there's a nice edge to that box. And what's nice is I'm just really going over the beautiful light logic that this student has already created. So she did all the work, and I'm just helping her refine it just a little. And now I have this nice plainer surface, and maybe I'll feather that line in a little bit, but it's just helping me come in and define some of these fuzzy edges, and then working the background as well. And then we start to get a real completeness to the picture.